I'm live. It's been a while, guys. Sorry. Haven't talked to you guys in a little bit. It's always like the awkward part where you're just like waiting for people to join, but like nobody's joined yet, so you don't know what to do. Yeah. I don't even know if this is working, to be honest with you. Oh, there we go. It's working. I just got off a flight, so I'm like really tired, so please excuse my face. So basically, what I wanted to kind of come on here and talk to you guys about, it's been a while, haven't really done a lot of horror stuff lately, but we're getting really close to being completely done and actually airing our episodes, and I got to see some of them today. And it's really exciting, actually. Seeing it all come together is super, super, super excited. So basically, I got to watch like this one episode where we went to Ashley's restaurant in Cocoa Beach. It was the one place I didn't think I was gonna feel anything at all. I was doubting the place from the get-go, but it turns out like we actually got some really good like questionable like feelings there. At least I did. I know some of the other people there did too, so it was kind of crazy. Oh, by the way, do you guys like my little filter? I guess Facebook, you can like filter it. It's kind of like putting a Snapchat on your face. Have you ever just wanted to go out and be like, wait, I wish I had a Snapchat filter first? Woo, I just did it. It's kind of like haunted and weird. Sorry, anyway. What was I saying? Oh yeah, we got some really good footage, so it just like brought me back to like, wait a minute, is it real or is it all in my head? So that's kind of what today's little chat is going to be all about. So I want your guys' questions. I want to answer them as best as I can. I can't tell you a whole lot because I want you guys to watch it, of course. But I can tell you right now, like the footage blew me away. When you're filming something and you're doing it, it's hard to see it all come together. But then when I actually got to see it all together, awesome. Aw, I miss you too. Love you. Old friends. Green Bay, huh? Go Packers. Sorry, I'm a Seahawk fan. Can't go there. But you guys are good. You're like, if I had to choose a second team, I guess the Green Bay Packers would be my second team. Anyway, so back to the whole haunted thing. Is it in my head or is it just real? I don't know. You know, I can't still to this day answer that, but I will tell you. So the spirit box, something Steven talks about all the time, is a spirit box. Basically, it's a way to talk to the dead or whatever. Through it, you talk to it and it talks back to you. I really feel like it's an echo. To be honest with you, I really think that when you talk to it, it like echoes what you're saying. But there was this one time, and in the second, I think it was the second episode we filmed, it was at Ashley's restaurant where loud and clear as day, it said the name Alan. Ethel Allen is the name of the ghost that apparently haunts this restaurant. So it was just like really weird to hear. It was surreal. You could see our reactions were so funny. Like when we heard it, we were like, we all just like took a step back. We were like, wait, what did we just hear? Like, was this real life? So, you know, it just goes, it's just one of those things. Again, it's like, I don't know how to explain it, but I'm one of those people that kind of just believe in, I believe like what you put out into the universe is what you'll get back, because it's all energy. That's all we are. We are energy. Everything is energy. And I think that if you really want to believe in something like that, you're gonna believe in something like that. It's just the way it kind of works. Whereas, you know, I've been fortunate enough in my life to not have lost anybody close to me. My family is all still alive and well, thankfully, and I think that if I do end up losing somebody in my life, that I will want to believe that they're out there somewhere. I do, of course. I want to believe that they're haunting me, or not necessarily haunting me, but like, you know, watching over me. And I think that's where a lot of it stems from. The paranormal, the horror and everything into it. It's kind of funny, actually. Somebody asked me, how did you get into this, like this whole horror industry? Because before this, I worked for, still with the Jalbert brothers, but I worked for iHorror TV. We like went around and we filmed some stuff. And I was just like, somebody asked me, like, how did you get into it? And I'm like, that's a really good question. I'm not qualified for this at all. I'm not a horror fan. I'm not into the whole thing. But that's why the Jalbert brothers decided to say, hey, we want you because you're going to be authentic. You're going to be real. You're going to give us an outside perspective. Where can I watch Haunted Tours? I know it's Emily. I saw you. I miss you too and love you. We will be able to, we haven't decided yet exactly how it's going to go. Just if you follow Haunted Tours on our Facebook page, we're going to have a huge launch. I'm sure you won't miss it. I promise you won't miss when we talk about it, where you're going to see it and all that good stuff. By my dead in-laws all the time. Anthony, explain that. Like, how do you get visits from them? They're even haunting you in your after death? Dang. They talk about in-laws being horrible people. That really sucks to have to deal with them once they're gone too. Jeez. See, like I've never had like a ghost experience. I've never really experienced that outside of Haunted Tours before, so I wasn't really sure what to expect going into it. I kind of went into it with an open mind. So the very first place we ever visited was the Maystringer house, and it's supposed to be the most haunted house in the state of Florida. And sure enough, I get there and I'm like, I got the heebie-jeebies. Like, I just feel weird. And the first thing I did, I walked through this entryway, and it was like I was immediately like stopped by something. I just felt kind of like spider webs, or I don't really know exactly how to describe it, because it wasn't like I hit a wall, but I felt like I just spider webs. I guess that's the best way to describe it. I felt like spider webs had kind of like just like I walked through it, and I'm deathly afraid of spiders. Like, if there's anything in this world that I'm more afraid of, it's spiders. Like, screw the ghosts. Fine, you can be here. I don't care, but don't send a spider my way, because I will die. I hate them. Ugh, they creep me out. That movie, what movie was it? Tarantula or whatever, the giant spider. So scary. My baby daughter was crying and I was crashed. I got poked and called by my mother-in-law. I was home alone. She's trying to tell you, your little baby's crying. You better go wake that up. That's what mother-in-laws do for sure. That's a mother-in-law thing right there. Maybe you were sleeping though. Maybe it was a dream. Who knows? So that's where I come in. I'm a skeptic. That's what I do. I consider everything to be like, there's got to be a reason. There's got to be a reason why. I'm like, the scientist kind of part of me comes out. And when I was younger, I had a hard time believing in Santa Claus. I had a hard time to just like thinking anything. Like, I was always questioning everything. Always questions. So, I don't know, guys. I wish I could just come out here and be like, hey, this is what it is. This is how it goes. This is da-da-da. That was the goal. Honestly, that was our goal with Haunted Tours, was to go out and find out, is it real or is it fake? Now, I've had people actually call me out. They're like, well, you're an actress, so how do I know this is like real? Well, I have been acted in some things. I have done a few, movies and TV shows, but I also, going into the show, they handed me a script and said, be yourself. Like, that was the script. And I'm joking. They didn't hand me anything, but that's what it was. It was like, just be yourself. Like, we don't want that. We don't want the fakeness. We don't want anything. And you'll see it. I promise you, you'll see it when you watch the show. You'll be like, that is true, raw, real emotion. So I'm not just sitting here saying that I was just trying to feel something. I wanted to feel something. Yes, I did want to feel something, but whatever I felt, it was real. And the first time I got really freaked out was at the Maystringer house. It was the first place we filmed at, and it was like an emotion I've never had before. It was vulnerable. I felt really, really vulnerable. So it was just, I can't wait for you guys to see it, and that way it'll be easier for me to talk with you guys about it, because you can be like, well, what about this and what about that, and I can like piggyback off of you. But here I'm just talking about something that you guys haven't even seen yet, so it's really hard for me to even like explain it until you do it or see it yourself. It's tough. But I want to hear what you have to say, or what your experiences were, if you guys had any ghost stories, or like Anthony came out with his. That was great. Thanks for sharing that, Anthony. We appreciate that. I have some friends who have felt it and seen it, and these are people, like, they're not just like friends, they're like legit people that I talk to on a day-to-day basis, and they're the ones telling me like, yeah, I've seen it, I've experienced it. I'm like, because I'm hearing it from them, it makes me like want to believe that it's a real thing. It makes me want to think like, yeah, it has to be real if they're saying it. If they are saying it, it makes me feel like it has to be authentic. But again, I've had my fair share of haunted tours kind of showing me some things, but you'll just have to see it. Okay, good. So Steven knows Steven, and yeah, he's noble. Steven. I can't even watch his like episodes anymore, because he's just so off the top. But he's diehard. He's diehard for this. So good for him. All the better. But for me, I'm just kind of experiencing it all for the first time. So it's kind of funny. Yeah, definitely intense. So, Shav, I'm so sorry if I'm saying your name wrong. I apologize. Said ghost spirits are just a figment of our imagination. I can't disagree with you on that. I actually think a lot of things are a figment of our imagination. I don't even know if I'm real or you're real. Like, to be honest with you, do we have any idea like what if the paranormal is like the actual universe and we're the ghosts? Like, I mean, how do you even know that? I don't even know. How do you even know? You don't. You just don't. You live your life, you enjoy it, and I want to hope that I get to see my mom and dad someday, or all my little dogs and cats that are up in doggy pet heaven. I want to know that I'm going to see them again. I want to know that they're alive somewhere and just waiting for me to get there, but until then, we'll never know. So, anyway, any other haunted destinations you guys think that we should visit on season 2? Yeah, maybe we are in a big dream. Who knows? I mean, you really just don't know. And it's kind of cool to think about it. If you ever just sit down and like late at night, just talk with somebody who like is super, like my brother is a genius. He literally knows. I felt like every time I talk to him, I am learning the encyclopedia or something, because he just teaches me so much stuff, and he just keeps going and going and going. I'm just in awe listening to him, because it all makes so much sense. He said something the other day, like Elon Musk, the Tesla, the owner of Tesla, the creator of Tesla, he was like, there's a 98% chance that we are virtual, like that this is all a virtual reality, that this isn't even real. 98% chance by one of the world's most brilliant people in the world. So that just goes to show you right there, you can't ever underestimate anything. And that's why I'm saying, like I said, I'm a big believer in The Secret. My mom got me into that a long time ago, and it's all about what you put into the universe is what you get out of it. And I'm a strong believer of that. It's like, whatever you want to happen will happen. If you want to do something, you want to be an astronaut, and you really, really want to do it, you will. Like, there's nothing stopping you. And that's why this world almost seems fake, because everything is achievable. Literally everything you want to do is achievable if you really want it bad enough. So, just goes to show you. Utah, huh? Utah? I'll get a list. I can't see your guys' writing. Oh, a reservation. That's probably really actually beautiful and super cool. Ew. Sticking in one's mouth. Yeah. I'd like to think it's an ice cream cone, but one can only hope, right? Yeah, the Matrix. Oh, Brian. Yeah. I believe it. I really do. I really believe this is all a code. Like coding and everything. It's what did my brother say? He said something about math. Everything is math. And if you can make it mathematically make sense, then it exists. Something like that. I don't, he's the genius. I'm just here. I just listen to what he says and like trying to retain all of it, but I can't. Hit up Tampa Theater. Guys, did we do the Tampa? We did a theater, but was it in Tampa? I can't remember. We did something in what's it called? Ybor. We did something in Ybor. I can't remember what it's called. Jake or Brian, or if you're there, do you remember what it was? I can't remember what it was called. It was like a Cuban cigar theater or something. Everything tastes like chicken. Where did you even get that? What? Oh my gosh. So I'm not really good at this thing, guys. I don't really know what to talk about. I kind of feel like I'm talking to myself, so I'm a little weirded out. Oh yeah, the Cuban Club. Didn't I? I was like, I don't know what it's called, but I just said it. Yeah, the Cuban Club. Is that the one you're talking about? Who said Tampa? I don't know, I can't find it. Oh, Dave. Try Dana College. Where's that? Norbert Hill Center on the Oneida Indian Reservation. Where's that? Oh, are you Wisconsin? Are you the one from Wisconsin? I only travel the world but have nowhere to go. I never know. I'm like, where should I go next? I don't know. Nebraska. I've never been to Nebraska. I'm a flight attendant on the side, so I literally travel the world, and I've never been to Nebraska. So that's one place I'll have to go check out. Washington State is where I'm from, actually. I'm from Seattle. I've heard of a few places in Seattle, though, that's haunted, so we'll hopefully get to check that out next year, season 2. But it's up to you guys. We really need your support. We need our fans to back us. I'm telling you guys, we're getting you all hyped up, and like we were supposed to come out in October, and we're sorry for that, but like, you know, greatness takes time, and if you want things to be perfect, you gotta, you know, sometimes sacrifice to make it better. And I'm telling you, from what I've seen from this show, and I know I'm biased, I know I'm an advocate for the show, but I'm telling you, it's really, really good. And to think it's just with 3 people, 3 cameramen, some mics, and just people that don't really have any idea what they're doing, it's epic. I really think that you guys are going to be like, holy crap, this is way better than I ever thought. The quality, you would have thought that we had a huge production backing us, but we don't. Like, it's awesome, but I'm excited for you guys to see it. So just keep promoting it, share our page, like our stuff. We just got a sponsor, our first sponsor, the Horror Chick. So we appreciate that very much. She's making it happen. Her and her whole team. You know, so it's gonna come out. It will come out. We can't wait for you guys to see it and to watch it. We're hoping to get a bunch of distributors, and Amazon is definitely going to be one as well. But yeah, so any other questions you guys have for me? Oh, Saskatchewan, Fort Sands. Okay, we're going to write all of these down, and hopefully we'll make it happen. So, ooh, actually, it's funny. It's the first negative comment I've ever gotten about my eyebrows. Girl, don't hate. I actually do them for a living. Hi to all my friends. Do you have a bunch of friends on here? I don't know. I don't know them. Hi from the GOAT. The greatest of all time. They say that's Tom Brady, but I hate Tom Brady with a passion, so let's not go there. Alright, I'm supposed to be on here for 30 minutes, guys. I don't know if I can do it. I don't know what else to say. What time is it? Help me out here. You have anything else? The Bella. They need to make this font better. Oh, you know what? What is this? Oh, no. These are more filters. That's not what I want. I'm trying to make the font bigger. Nope, can't do it. Got 60 views though, guys. That's awesome. Thanks for looking out. Thanks for tuning in. Best experience I've had? Hanging out with you guys, duh. No, I'm just keeping I don't know. I think just the road trips alone, like driving to these destinations, has been really funny. The experience, just walking around. And, I don't know, just the cast and crew, you know, you guys are awesome. The people we're doing this with are hilarious and so different. We are all so different, so completely opposite, polar opposites, but, you know, you stick 4 people who are completely different in a car for hours, you're gonna have to entertain yourself. So I would say just the overall general experience. But one of, like, the things that made me go, oh my god, was that one I was telling you guys about earlier with Ethel Allen, and it's the spirit box said, Allen. It said Allen. We were like, oh my god, like, this is so fucking crazy. Like, it was so scary. So that was probably the one. Some of the place you filmed. We filmed at the Maystringer house. We filmed at Ashley's restaurant in Cocoa Beach. We filmed at the Cuban Club. We filmed at, gosh, I can't even remember. I don't know. Those are just some of the ones that we filmed. At some theater. We filmed at a theater. Have you ever seen a UK show, Most Haunted? Nope, have not, but I'll check it out, definitely. Have you had experiences that made you a believer? Okay, well, that is the question, Ashley. That is the whole, like, behind the show. So basically, I've had a few experiences on the show that made me go, that have made me question it. But of course, I just always came up with a reason of why, well, wait a minute. Is that, or is it because of something else? Is it because I want to believe it? So it's a really hard question to give you a definitive answer to. I'm going to say the skeptic in me says there's a reason for it. The believer in me, like the open-mindedness in me wants to be like, yeah, I've had an experience, I guess. Because I did feel like I felt, I didn't just see things, I felt things as well. So, thank you, Lucas. I appreciate that. Experience or theory you find fascinating. I think the whole paranormal theory is fascinating to me, because it's weird, but I think just life in general. I'm completely fascinated by this planet and the world that we live in, and how we even got here. But that's a whole, like, another animal. That's a whole, like, different kind of conversation. But yeah, so. Yeah, you just need to believe. I guess that's what they say about religion, right? You just need to believe. It's the same thing about the paranormal. It's you either believe or you don't. And I think that you can turn a believer into somebody if you give them enough facts or experiences. Have you ever felt anything that made you over emotional? Yes, absolutely, 100%. So, like, on the show a couple times I actually got emotional, and it was very vulnerable for me to do, because I don't like doing that in front of strangers, and I don't like, you know, feeling that way in front of anybody. So it was crazy for me to like get so emotional. But when the Ethel Allen thing came up, I had tears in my eyes. Like, I was like, did that just happen? Like, did I just feel that, like, or hear that? And then at the May Stringer house and like 2 other places, I was like really freaking out. I was really freaking out, you guys. Like, there was a couple times where I was like, holy crap, I think this might be real. Like, this might be real. But then it was like, no. Part of me, when I got home after it was all said and done, I was like, no, there's a reason for that. It couldn't be real. So anyway, guys, this has been a great talk. I'm super excited for you guys to finally, I know the hype has been there for a while now, I get it, but I'm really excited for you guys to finally see what this is all about. We're gonna have it up and running here super, super soon. Oh, I know, New Orleans, I've told them all about New Orleans. New Orleans is like the spot for voodoo and old horror things, everything. I've told them all the time. That's definitely going to be like #1 in season 2 for sure. Do you like the Ouija? How do I like the I don't really care for it. It doesn't scare me. I'm not like afraid to touch it. I'm not afraid to like go near it. I don't really care about the Ouija board. I know some people are like, oh my god, like don't do it, da 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 da. And actually some of my personal friends I was talking about earlier, some of my personal good friends, their experience with the paranormal was with the Ouija board, and they'll never touch it again. Like, they're like, no, it's not a joke, like it's not fun. And I'm like, coming from them, it's just so crazy to me, because I'm like, seriously, like, is this real? And yeah, it's real for them. So I don't really care. I haven't had too many crazy experiences with it, but yeah. I think that's all for tonight, guys. I'm pretty exhausted. I just got off a plane, so it was great talking to you guys. And yeah, like our page, share our posts, keep watching, keep doing your thing, keep being our fans. We appreciate you guys. We can't wait to deliver all of this to you finally. So if you just keep making it happen, we'll be able to push it out faster. So anyway, guys, thanks again. I appreciate you. Have a good night.